Hello students, welcome again to my next lecture, and this will be continuing with the pestle analysis. Before starting the lecture, we will be discussing what we have studied in our last lecture, and it was about the environmental analysis of the enterprise. What is that environmental analysis and why it is important, we have discussed this. So, what is environmental analysis? Environmental analysis is analyzing of all the factors. Which factors? The factors which are mega factors, the operating factors and the micro factors. And after that, what we have done is we have taken an introduction of the pestle analysis. So, continuing to this lecture, coming to this lecture, what we will be covering now. In the last lecture, we have covered the analysis for the of business, fine, or rather I should say environmental analysis for any business, which includes macro, which includes operating and which includes its micro, fine. These are the different environments which we have done in the last. In this lecture, we will be covering all these environmental analysis to a particular micro enterprise, not for all type of businesses, for the micro enterprises, fine. The micro enterprises, what are those micro enterprises? Do you remember? Where the investment in plant and machinery is less than 5 crores according to the new definition of RBI. I hope you remember, great. Why we need to do this environmental analysis for such a small enterprise? This also we would be discussing here. How these two environment will be impacting, this also we will be discussing. And these two environment are political and technological. Okay. Let us remember our last lecture, it was about what? It was about pestle. What is this pestle analysis? It is the technique which is used for analyzing the environment, and we will be continuing in our lecture on this exercise only, fine. So, what is environmental analysis of micro enterprise? The first thing, there are three things which are very important in is micro enterprise have a high potential for generating employment, fine. For whom? For semi-urban and rural entrepreneurs. Now, I think you will be able to understand why I am focusing on the term that environmental analysis of micro enterprise is different from others. Fine. In your first semester, in your second semester, you have studied business environmental analysis in a broader spectrum of business, where it comprises of small businesses, medium and the large businesses. But here when we come to the environmental analysis of micro enterprises, there are certain important factors which are relevant. The first one, that micro enterprises have a goal. What? They have to generate the employment. To whom? To the semi-urban people, to the rural people. It makes them important for analysis, fine. Secondly, why? Because these enterprises are now more vulnerable. Vulnerable to what? Vulnerable to the threats that they will not be able to sustain. That is the reason we need to analyze their environment where they are working. Because if you go to the newspapers back, we say how many entrepreneurs, the small entrepreneurs, have failed during the recent times. So, what were the reasons? The reasons were their strategic incompetency. What is this strategic incompetency? Can anyone tell me? When we formulate a strategy for our business, if we do not scan the environment thoroughly, if we have not monitored the environmental factors thoroughly, we will not be able to make the relevant strategy for our business, and then we will have to suffer the failure, or we have to see the threat of sustaining in the market, sustaining financially, fine. So, that is important, and we need to do for environmental analysis of micro enterprise. There is a technique which we have studied in the last lecture. Somewhere someone pronounced it as, like pastel is pronounced like this, spell it like this. But the broad category is, what? Broad category are the variables or the factors. So, we have the factors. The first one is you may be remembering, the first one is the political, then comes your economical, then social, technological, environmental and legal. Fine. All these factors we will be addressing one by one. Fine. This model has been developed by Johnson and Scholes, and let me tell you one thing. If we talk about ourselves, any type of business, we see that okay, the successful people are those who are making their strategies by considering all the aspects, but it is important what are those aspects. So, these aspects are the different external factors which are impacting my business, and these factors are political factors, economic, social, technical, environment and legal. In this lecture, I will be dealing with two factors which are political and technical factor. Fine. Everyone ready for new learning? Okay. Fine. Again, to emphasize on your mind, look at this figure. Fine. So, if I say my micro enterprise is existing, fine, my enterprise is existing, it means that it is existing in this and this type of environment. Imagine a business, how many type of environment are there? Fine. What are the different factors? If broadly seeing, we can see 6 important parameters, 6 important factors, variables, environmental factors which are to be studied. That means how important environmental analysis is to a business, and how we are going to analyze it makes a difference for our business, for the existence of our business. Okay. So, for micro enterprises, first thing, smaller number of key environmental influences. If broadly see, if I ask some of my friend that okay friend, I am going to start a new business, so he will say, oh dekh lo, who will be your competitors, where are you going to open the business. So, when we broadly discuss it, it is we do not see the technical part, we do not see the economical part, but when we do a systematic environmental analysis, we are going to get what? Key variables, key environmental influences which are influencing my business. For example, if I want funding for my business, for my micro enterprise, so I will be asking my friend, please tell me which will be the organization which will be giving me loan at a lowest rate. So, it is vague until and unless I should have a systematic study of the variables. So, environmental analysis, what helps us, ki what will be the factors which will be affecting me, fine, how it will help me in long term sustainability, fine, long term drives of change, what will be the impact of the changing environment on my business, on my enterprise. So, this will be also done with the help of environmental analysis. What external influences will be on my organization, and how I will be projecting it in my future. Maybe the changes which I may be doing right now may impact my future. For example, let me tell you, if I say that there are certain entrepreneurs or micro enterprises who are working on solar energy, on the non-conventional energy sources, they have scanned the environment well, they have monitored the environment well, and that was the only reason they can project their future, because they know non-conventional energy is the future. So, when we do this environmental analysis, we see the trend, we see the forecast, and when we forecast properly, we will be able to see our future. What is the role of forecasting? The role of forecasting is to project the future, and if I am doing it very nicely, I will be projecting my future, fine, and even protecting it by the threats, fine. The last one, but the most important, is environmental analysis assist in smoothest strategy development. What is this strategy development? Strategy is the decisions, the policies which we are formulating for our own business, fine. The decisions and the policies which we are making for our own business. And when I have scanned my environment, when I have analyzed my environment, I will be able to make strategies which are helpful and make my business sustainable. Fine. If I am not going to scan my environment properly, analyze my environment for my business properly, I will have strategic incompetence, which will result in the failure of micro enterprise. Fine. Secondly, it will also help in productive operations of the business. Productive means technically, economically viable. So these are the reasons why we have to do the environmental analysis for my micro enterprise. Fine. These are the reasons why I need to do environmental analysis. Now coming to the first P. Fine. This P is the political environment. For a country like India, if we talk for a country like India where there is a democracy, what do you think? Does the political environment impact any business? Yes, it does, because all the regulators, all the promoters, all the planners, they are impacted by government. Fine. They are impacted by the policies of the government, by the regulatory mechanism of the government. If I say the government regulates the regulatory policies, think of the time when the GST was launched. What was the impact on the business? How the people have reacted? How many business have failed? How many small business people have changed them? This is the impact of political environment. When a new government comes into power with their own objectives, with their own policies, with their own vision, they create an environment and we have to sustain in that environment. It may be in for all over the country, but it can be for a particular enterprise also. For a particular enterprise also. For example, right now if I am talking about when the government says I am going to privatize many institutions, many organizations, many companies, it impacts the micro enterprise as well. It impacts the micro enterprise, it impacts the macro enterprise. So the political environment is a very important part of any business. The government, which form of government it is. If it is capitalist, think of China, capitalist economy, they have their certain type of rules and regulatory mechanism where government has interference. See of a democratic government, we all have the power here, all have their own, we have the government of the people. Thirdly, the most important factor, that is the political stability. What is that political stability? A country where you see political turbulence, you have your own neighbor, I don't want to name it. When I see the political stability all around, it makes a difference. The people are vulnerable there, the business can't exist because we don't have a stable government there. Fine. So, if I see the political environment, what does it include? It includes the rules and regulations, the regulatory mechanism, it includes the stability of the government. All these factors are to be analyzed when we are starting, when it impacts our micro enterprise. So, we have to see that what type of government it is and how it is impacting us. Fine. If I talk about our own country, when I come to our own country, when stability, does it play important role or not? It plays. If you have a stable form of government, you know that these rules will be for 5 years. There should not be any regulatory change for 5 years. I will be comfortable for the next 5 years and the policies will be like that. So the first thing which political climate in India is there, the stability plays important role. What type of philosophy does the government has? Which type of philosophy does the government has? Does the government helping the micro enterprises? Does the government making the policies regarding micro enterprises? Or the government is not providing any benefits or any incentives or any tax holiday to my enterprise? If the government declares a tax holiday for the export oriented units which are micro enterprise, okay, again that is advantage. So these all factors need to be analyzed when I am setting my own enterprise or I am running my own enterprise. Fine. Who are the opposition parties? How do they behave on the business? How do they react on the business? What is their stand on the business? It again make a difference for micro enterprises. So it needs to be studied. The next one, which is very important, is the political morality. What do we understand by political morality? Nowadays, morality has taken a back seat. People are asking for more and more profits, but when there is a moral government, when the government has their own ethics, naturally the micro enterprises will be flourishing there. Fine. If there is anarchy, if there is law and order situation is not good in a particular region, the enterprises over there will be suffering. If I say in the northeastern region of our country, when there are disturbances and law and order situation, think of the business people, think of the artisans, think of the craftsmen, how much they are suffering right now. Also in COVID times, when we have seen there are the people are moving from here and there, see the suffering. So this law and order situation of a particular region or in a country impacts. And last but not the least is, I have discussed it earlier also, is the taxation policy and the exemption. Taxation policy and the exemption. What are the taxation policies? What do we say? Which are the taxation policies? What type of taxes are there? How much is the tax holiday? What will be tax on the profits? How much I have to pay? What will be the process? One important aspect here is, when there are government regulations are good, then ease of doing business play a very important role here. If the government is supporting you, if the government is supporting the micro enterprise, naturally there will be a ease of doing business. And in the last 2 years, I am proud that my country has improved in it. Fine. We have not a number of bureaucrats between us, or we have to pay bribes everywhere. When we need to pay bribes at every step, we are not going to get how to set enterprise. Every time I have to pay to every step to the clerks and the babus who are sitting over there. So that is the reason the political environment, that political morality there, it works. Fine. The morality of the people, it works. Fine. It cannot be taught in a day, it can gradually improve, and we must all be focusing on it. Rather, we should be optimistic that we will be having that politically sound system where the morality is high. Then comes your second type of environment, that is your technological environment. And what is this technological environment analysis? What is technology? What is technology? Technology is some methods or techniques which we are using in our business, which we are using for running our own enterprise. So that are the technological factors, or that is technology. And for the current scenario, if I see in current situation, the technology is rapidly changing. Think that in the last 5 years, how many times the apps which are in our phone have changed. How many new apps have come on our phones? What is this? How many models of the cell phones we have changed? How internet has changed? How internet speed has changed? How we have evolved from 2G to 3G to 4G to 5G? This is all what? This is all the power of technology, and this cannot be ignored. I cannot say that I am running a micro enterprise. My enterprise is not that much capital intensive, so I don't need to study technology. I will be working on my technology. No. When you will be focusing on the technology, or when your technology you will be using a obsolete technology, naturally your business will not survive. So it is important that we have to study the technology. So two things which are important. First one, which is the current technology? What will be the innovations? What are the innovations? Means which current technology right now is here, and what will be the recent innovations which are there in this particular environment. Because if we clearly observe the innovations, we will be adaptive. Let me remind you, now the time has come. Either we have to be adaptive to the technology, or we have to be obsolete. So the technological development, if I talk about AI, If I say about machine learning, what is this? All these aspects are technological innovations, and they have impacted not only the big business but the micro enterprises as well, because if you want to run your business, you have to be technologically adaptive, and for that we have to involve the technology, and this involvement of technology is becoming day by day more critical. Why is it becoming more critical? Because to be adaptive we need to change ourselves, we need to update ourselves, and this has become a regular process. What I have said there is कि environment analysis is a continuous process. It is not that I have seen the technology for me today, okay, this is the best technology, now I don't need any innovation in it. Fine. So that will not work, my dear, that will not work. Fine. We have to be adaptive every day. Fine. And technology and business both are interrelated, this you all know. If we have latest technology, we can optimize our resources. For example, let me tell you, I want to pack, I am making certain products which are made by some artisans, and now I want to pack them. Fine, they are certain pieces. What do I need? If I hire a man and he will be doing it by hand in a day, technologically he will not be able to compete with a machine which will be doing it mechanically. Got my point? So it is important that technology should be adapted, whether it is a small enterprise or it is a large enterprise. If we are not going to be technologically adaptive, we will not get new opportunities, and if we are not evaluating the environment or not identifying the opportunities, it is very much forecasted that you will not exist. Fine, the business will be vulnerable or obsolete. I have always mentioned the term here, obsolete. The existing systems will be obsolete, and you will also, if you see long back, many companies who have not adapted technology have become obsolete, and then they have to either diversify themselves or they have to leave this particular environment. So that is why we do technological analysis. What are the important technological factors which are affecting my business? Fine. So the first is how much I am aware of the technology and how I have adapted my technology for micro enterprise. Fine. Since you are studying finance, this second important factor is very much crucial for all of us, that is the cost of technology acquisition. Say, I have seen certain innovation, I know this technology will be best, but when I take this proposal, okay, to my manager, I say, sir, this is the new technology and we are going to adapt this technology in the production. What is the manager going to tell me? Okay, is it financially viable to us? What is the cost of this technology? Can we adapt it really or not? So whenever we are considering this technological factor, this cannot be avoided. You cannot avoid it. And mind it, you people are finance people. And when I say the finance people, the first question is cost benefit analysis. If I am not going to do the cost benefit analysis for a particular technology adoption, how will I be able to make it, my product, more economically viable? Say for example, I am selling a product at 50 rupees per unit by a technology, and if I am adapting a new technology, maybe I may be producing some unit more, but my cost has increased by 20%. Is my customer ready to pay that 20% to me? Or have I that market, maybe I may be producing it, or if the cost is reduced by 20% or not, or the cost is reduced by 30% or not. This cost benefit analysis is to be done while adopting the technology. Fine. So every one of you, please keep in mind, this cost benefit analysis is to be done. Thirdly, if I have adapted the technology, are my people trained for it? if I want to implement it, I have to train my people, and for training also, do I have the manpower, what is the cost of the training, all these things are very important. Fine. Then coming up to the next one, which is very important nowadays, is the digital platforms for marketing of products. Now every single small product is available online. Think of a product and it is available online, which we have never thought of in the last years, and thanks to the internet technology. So if I cannot say I am a micro enterprise, I cannot do that. We have to analyze these digital platforms when we are studying the technological factors for designing of our products, intervention in designing, because these automated designing will help in reducing the cost. Fine. And when we say we are using the traditional business models, or if you are using the traditional business model, we need to restructure ourselves. So this restructuring again plays a very important role. If I am not going to restructure my business according to the technological environment, I will not be able to survive in the market. So the technological factors are to be analyzed regularly. Fine. That is why technological analysis is important in PESTEL. It has been given a special place in the PESTEL analysis. Fine. So now we have studied two important variables here. The first one is your political, and the second one is the technical environment. The first thing which is important, which we can conclude from this, is that the changing technology is important. Fine. How is it important? Is it may affect my demand, it may affect my production, it may affect the raw material which are available to my business. Fine. Second important conclusion is that it is very important that we should see the technological development carefully and timely. What does that mean? Carefully means regularly. Regularly, how it will be impacting, and timely formulating these strategies. It is not that technology has come and then we are adapting it after a certain period of time. No. So that, why? So that we can have a lead with the competitors and acquire a market position. Fine. So that we can have a lead with the competitors and have a market position. The third one is, there are some technologies which may have adverse effect on our business. For example, a new technology comes and my product becomes obsolete. My product becomes obsolete. Think of a situation when there were typewriters and now we don't have that mechanical typewriters with us. So what the technology has done, it has reduced the demand, or it has made my product obsolete. For that particular point of time, what I need to do is I have to create a strategy to bring in new products. So for the micro enterprises, it is important that we should make technological interventions so that my business is sustainable, and that is why we are studying this, why technological factors are important. Got my point? Okay. In this, now I will be summarizing you. The summary is this: political factors are important, even the technological factors are important, both are important for a company. And in the PESTEL analysis, we have studied now what are the impact of these factors with reference to the micro enterprises. The other factors, we will be discussing it in the next lecture. Okay? Thank you so much.